Hello again, and thank you for taking a moment with Mel. Today, we are going to talk about peace in your mind. This is the first of the four components that I define as part of true happiness. Life ebbs and flows, it goes up and down. We have some good times and we have some bad times. According to Dr. Maya Angelou, there has to be a place within yourself, a place where you and God reside. That is your place of peace, your place of comfort, your place of balance. So that as life tosses you about, you have that place to come back to that is your centering place that gives you that peace in your mind. Now, social media will have you to believe, especially based on what everybody's posting about having this much money and having this car and having, this amount of jewelry. Social media will lead you to believe that your happiness can be found outside of yourself. But true happiness is only found inside of yourself. Now, there are a couple of things that can affect us having or being able to move towards true happiness. Unresolved trauma, especially childhood trauma, can set us up for additional trauma and abuse. That's because we are used to boundaries not being kept. So we have trouble keeping them in place because when we were younger, they were not adhered to. So we have trouble keeping boundaries in place where, okay, you can go just this far and you can't go any further. So that's problem number one. Unresolved trauma, especially childhood trauma. Second thing is unresolved mental health issues. That can really eat away at your peace of mind. Also, if you have unresolved mental health issues, that also leads to physical issues because unless your mental health issues are addressed, you are not going to be able to take care of your physical health. Now, the third thing we have to think about is how do we deal with loss? Now, loss can come to us in a couple of different ways. We have loss of a relationship, like let's say with divorce. You can have loss of a person. So let's say mom or dad pass, or you have a child that passed. You also have loss of a dream. So it's something that within your mind, this is what I was going to do. This is what my career is going to be. This is what my purpose is. And for some reason, that purpose, it didn't work out. Let's say that you wanted to be an NBA player and you ended up having a really bad knee injury. That is the loss of a dream. So now you have to think about the fact that loss in and of itself presents itself differently for each of us. But each loss, every loss actually, comes with a mourning period. So you have to acknowledge that that particular loss was significant and that it is affecting you. Each of us, again, have a mourning period. So you're going to have to go through the mourning period. What should happen is you slowly come out. Now, each of us come out differently, but you're going to slowly come out. If you notice that you are not slowly coming out, or if you're on a loop where you are regurgitating that loss, or that loss is really just still affecting you day after day, be it 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, you are feeling the same about that loss as you did when it first happened, that is when you might need some professional help to just help you through that process. They're not going to be able to help to remove the loss because it truly did happen and it was very significant, but they're going to be able to help you to deal with it better. We focus a lot on passing along generational wealth. And yes, that is very important. But what's even more important would be passing along generational happiness. So, how about you start that journey with me and we work towards having generations upon generations upon generations just walk in happiness and walk in purpose for what it is that God put them on this earth for. Because if you don't have happiness, you are not going to be able to walk in the purpose that God put you on this earth for. Let's do it together.